Everyone, my name is I'm the evaluator of Konstantin's speech. I asked GPT chat about Konstantin's speech, and look what I have. The title of his speech, Technology and Generation Z. The speaker is Konstantin. He used a lot of gestures. He used the connection with the audience. He used the different forms, the different levels. He also used the personal story, and he used the humor. And also he had a good structure of his speech, active gestures, active body language, but about mistakes, he had a lot of gestures, but in only one area. I advise you use your gestures in down, in up, and also you use sometimes only palms. Use your fingers, use your fists, use different situation in with gestures, and also try to make pause, because sometimes you not use pause, you use the continue flow. And about your gestures, sometimes we need to create some, especially when you talk about technology, you can imitate some process as what you do when you finish your speech. You can create some technology, some robots, some emotions. Maybe you can moving fast, moving slow, as you are robots, as you technology. And also I will be advise you advise you change the level and change sometimes you remind some and looking down. Look with your icon, work with your eye contact, and maybe work with your vocal variety, because you can scream, you can use spell, and also you need to do something with your connection, because sometimes connection is not good. Sometimes you trapped in some situation, but you create interesting topic, interesting materials about your topic, and also you good in this sense. You need to go, you need to try to create some interesting poses, and you show the forms, and maybe you try to also connect with the audience, because you ask the questions, you give the answers, and be more live, be more emotion, create more emotions. It's really needful for you. And that's all. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much, Sergei. Guys who are online, can you hear me?
Yes,
So, we're 1 minute for the judges. I see the red cards. That means that our third participant should be prepared, and it is Irina Strilets. Irina Strilets, and please switch on the speaker.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm an evaluator of Konstantin. Yes, and let's get started. I would like to say that he was really focused on the topic, and I really adored the structure, body, and really significant conclusion with such motivational phrases like be gentle to your parents. So I really adored these motivational phrases to the audition. I think it's really important to the ending and really good right conclusion. But I would like to say that you shouldn't say goodbye at the end of your, or not goodbye, I'm so sorry. Thank you at the end of your speech, because we are already grateful for you to be here with us. So your conclusion was really significant, bright, and good, but you shouldn't say thank you. It's like a recommendation. Yes, also, I would like to say that in spite of motivational speech, I recommend to work more on the beginning of the structure in order to see this gradual transition from the beginning to the body of the speech. But generally, as the speech was really encouraging and really good structured, by the way, and yeah, and that's all from my side. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thank you very much, Irina. We're having a minute of silence for our judges to fill their ballots.
Yes. Yes.
The minute is over. Thank you, dear timers. And after I invite the next participant, I will ask to switch on the speaker. Our fourth participant, Dec Cluskey. Dec Cluskey.
Constantine, this was good. This was good. Fellow Toastmasters, contest chair, let's share this great speech. This speech was music to my ears. I've got three real great strengths that I got from this speech, so let me tell you what those strengths were. First of all, the content. It was confident. The subject was comfortable. I love that. It was very topical of today and very, very interesting. Terrific for a speech. It was music to my ears. The delivery was confident. There was a bit of movement. I would have liked more movement. We'll get onto that in a minute. The eye contact was terrific for the room, but it's always a compromise when we're looking from online. That was music to my ears. I love the word usage, what I call muscular words, different words, words like turbulence, communication, nice muscular words, rather than saying I'm going to the shops. Say I'm stepping out to amble to the shops. Music to my ears. So to take this speech to what I would call the next level, I would suggest just a couple of good points. Consider a quote right at the start. Now, what would have happened if you said, Charles Spurgeon said, every generation needs regeneration? Isn't that a good start? Consider a quote. Number two, here's an interesting point. Speak as if you're speaking to a 3-year-old. Now, Charlie, I want to tell you what would happen if you were to show Grandad how to use an iPhone. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Do you see the difference? Toastmasters, do you see the difference? Constantine? I would love to see Constantine do that. So, the summary of what I've just said. First of all, the content. It was comfortable subject, nice. The delivery was confident and there was good movement. The word usage was tremendous. I loved it to death. I would say consider using a quotation. I got that quotation by just going quickly onto the internet in 5 minutes, and there we are. And the last thing is consider talking as if to a 3-year-old. But Constantine, take all of this advice and you will end up at the top table of great speakers. Contest chair.
Dec, hope you hear me online. 1 minute of silence for our judges again. And I would like to ask Yaroslav to bring Vitaliy Rulov here. A minute of silence is over, and we are ready to invite here and to see here our 5th contestant, who is Vitaliy Rulov. Vitaliy Rulov.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we witnessed not just a speech, but in my opinion, a fight. As a noble knight, Konstantin waged a war against the gap between generations. And you know what struck me? Why did I have such association? Because of the conclusion. Be gentle, be kind, be respectful. A knight in shining armor. What do we need to fight? What do we need to wage the war against something? Only three components: body, spirit, and soul. And I saw all three in Konstantin's speech, and I thank you for that. First of all, let's look at the body. You moved on the stage. You had hand gestures. You waved your hands, trying to underline the message you're trying to deliver. You had eye contact with the audience. Wonderful job, but a few points for improvement. You moved at this side of the stage, but you never moved close to us. If you want to engage all of the audience, move further. Engage all of the audience into your speech. Your hand gestures were good, but from time to time you clasp them here, protecting yourself. Try to avoid closed gestures. It will benefit your speech greatly. Now, the spirit. You made a lot of preparation, and we all saw that. Opening joke, ending joke, closing joke, jokes in between. Wonderful. Preparation. Spirit is all about inner confidence. When you project it with humor, for example, it makes you shine. However, I have a point for improvement here too. Add a few dialogues, or at least one dialogue. For example, with your aunt, or with your 7-year-old kid. How it would add up to your performance. As for inner confidence, ladies and gentlemen, Konstantin, we start our performance the moment we're on stage, not when we start to talk. When you came to the stage, your first gesture was shaking your feet together. Then closing gesture projects lack of confidence. Avoid that, you will be even more confident. And third, the soul. The generation gap is indeed an issue. However, there are two sides of each coin. You said, respect your generation before, because when you get old, you will be the same. But remember, the generation that is older has everything to share. And with your aunt, I'm sure that the pies that she's baking are much greater than yours. So you exchange experience. And if you add this, it will engage everybody in this whole room, in this whole world. Ladies and gentlemen, Konstantin, work on your body language, movement on stage, unclasp your hands, add a dialogue as a spirit, inner self-confidence, and add the soul of the wage gap, engage everybody, and you will fight and win this war with a wage gap. Thank you. Not the wage gap, but it is generation gap. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay, thanks for microphone. Thank you very much, Vitaliy, and another minute of silence for the judges. And our next participant is the online participant, the last online participant, and we can transfer her, Mariia Kucher, to the main room. The minute of silence is over. We switch off so far. And our sixth participant from online is Mariia Kucher. Mariia Kucher. Mariia, we can't hear you. We cannot hear you. Now it's better. If you have the problems with internet, could you please switch off the camera? Please, dear timers, track the time from the beginning.
So how do you hear me now? Better?
A bit better, but not really good. Not really well.
It's oh. I tried to change it, but I can't.
It's okay. Let's start it from this point.
Should I start?
Yes.
Okay. So I apologize, and now I want to switch to my journey. I will judge Constantine with the speech, technology, and generation. And to begin with, I want to say that I really appreciate the speech because it had many positive effects. For example, it was good to choose because it was actual. It is actual now to talk about allergies, and it's always actual to talk about generation gap. So everybody could feel familiar with this topic, and it's like very personal. And the question, to remember your like child experience. That's a very good point because when you interact with auditory, it makes auditory feel very better. And when you ask this question, you gave us an example. You give children voices and say about kindergarten, and in childhood we can talk about our fathers, and before it was like more about physical activities or something if your father starts, but now it's changed. So you switch to nowadays, and that's a good point because it was funny and we could hear Vitaliy Rulov. That was maybe even several times in your speech, and that worked well. Then you said now with technologies, everything changed, and we have AI generations, and you explained goodly what was it, and I want to also point that your voice was really fantastic, and you had a and it was confident. Also, your cross languages helped to engage, and it made it richer. Also, but it's by age. It's because you have to explain the terms used. It was for example, it was your son with which you had a gap. Also, you gave wisdom and service because it's you can use in space. So as may more or less had more of them, but really short. And also your conclusion was, and only 1 minute you would
better say thank you and use intonation to finish.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you don't see me, but it's over.
Thank you very much. And now, again, a minute of silence for the judges to make their choice. The minute is over, and I'm inviting our seventh participant, Viktoriia Baliuk. Viktoriia Baliuk.
Today we saw a great example of a performance that was created by Konstantin. So thank you so much for that great job that you did today. I would like to begin with points that you can make better. It is my tips that you can take into account or not, because you know better what was your purpose. Maybe it was made by you with some intents, for instance, to make evaluations. So I would like you to recommend look at all audience, because I noticed that you looked in some cases down, and in some cases you looked at these two people, and in some cases to the central part. So it could be better if you just look through the audience. And of course, you can find a few people here, here, and here, or it can be at least one person from each side on who you can look at, and you will not be afraid to forget something or someone. I know that you are well known to all of the people, or at least to the most part of them, and you know them well. So you can just choose Lesa, for instance, because you know her well, Natalia, and another Natalia, and look at them. Make some points. Another advice is also to use your gestures more wisely, because your gestures are so open. You didn't use closed gestures or something like it. It was a great job, but also you can use them to support your sentences that you are saying, or support your point of view, because it was so active, it was open, it was almost the same for both hands, but you could use them in some cases, or in some cases you could do something like it. Also, you can interact with the audience, so we can add interaction with other people. You can ask a question, you can ask them raise a hand or something like it, or ask for additional comments, because it could be appropriate for your situation. So my recommendations are: look at people, use your gestures wisely, and also add some sort of interaction with people. Also, I like your examples that you had in your speech. It is your strong side and your situations that could be familiar for all of the people, because it was simple to understand. We all have grandmothers, we all are good grandsons, granddaughters, and so on. And this situation was close to all of the present people here. So you know your audience well, and good luck with your next further speeches. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Another minute of silence for the judges. I see 3 red cards at the same time. Yeah, great, our dear timers, despite you are a bit tired, I see. And our 8th participant, who is Vira Olenieva. Vira Olenieva. The stage is yours, the microphone is yours.
Dear audience, have you ever heard of the theory that ancient people believed that our Earth is standing on 3 elephants and a turtle? So I would like to build my evaluation in the same way, where the Earth is Constantine's speech. Wonderful, perfect world. And my recommendations would be those elephants and the turtle that are supporting the perfect world. And let's start with the Earth. I'm using the words perfect world because that's, I think, what your speech was. Indeed, a perfect world with the stories about close people, funny jokes you started with and finished with, and stories about close people. That's what truly matters. So thank you very much for creating this wonderful atmosphere that all of us enjoyed. But as good as the speech is, there's always something that could improve the speech. So let's start with the elephants. There would be 3 of them. And the first one is the structure. Although the speech was very structured, we started with a story about parents, then the story about children. Then I felt a bit lost. And I felt that the speech might be a bit polished in terms of structure there. You could unite the last stories in the terms of stories about other people. So parents, children, other people. And there you would save the logic and it would be a bit easier to follow the structure. Then we move to the second elephant. And second elephant is the body language. But I will not be telling you that you've used half of gestures, half of body language, because that was indeed, we witnessed a bit, like, not like this, but like this, not like this, but like this. But I will not be focusing on the half body language. What I would like to suggest here is to add enthusiasm in your hands, because all of the other body language was working perfectly. You had a nice posture, you moved a bit, but your hands were always relaxed. So add a bit of tension in your wrists and in your fingers. And in that way, you would translate, you would express the enthusiasm towards the audience. The last elephant is the voice. You had a very nice voice, but we could barely hear you. So use your attitude, use your possibility to share your thoughts with the audience. And the last one, the most important, the turtle, the value. What value does your speech bring to the audience? You want to overcome the gap, but in the conclusion, you've divided the audience. You've sent the audience only one message towards one part of the audience. You want, like, be nice towards your parents, be nice towards that older generation. But what if we do not have parents? Or what if we are already the parents? So unite them and tell that, do not forget to learn technology. And in that way, you bring value towards the whole audience. So work on body language, make your voice stronger, polish the structure, and bring value to the whole audience. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I forgot.
That's okay. And now we are going to have 2 minutes of silence